don't watch much news, but my YouTube feed is filled with things about doctors or from doctors. And so it wasn't very long before, well, it was actually about 2 days that I became aware of Dr Mosley's disappearance. And of course, it's very sad. I recognised his name, although I was sure that I hadn't read any of his books. But there was something very familiar about him. So I'll have seen him on TV in passing. The news of the discovery of his body was tragic and shocking, even though I didn't feel that familiar with him. And then yesterday, the Zoe podcast popped up on my feed, and I was going out, so of course I put it straight on, remembering Dr Mosley. And there was very moving tributes at the beginning from Dr Tim Spector, who considered him a friend of 20 years. And it was all very, very moving. So I listened to it and instantly warmed at hearing his voice, so I knew I'd heard him somewhere before. It turns out that it was this podcast that was originally from March last year, March 23. And very soon, it's just started raining. Very soon it became, oh no, it's chucking it down. I was very moved about how much he talked about his wife Claire, just recounting things so naturally within his podcast, and that was also very moving. They seemed to have a very close relationship, and then it struck me how awful it must be for her. They seem to have, obviously I've got very limited knowledge of their relationship, but just from how naturally he was talking about it, they seem to have a very supportive, caring, loving relationship. And it must be a terrible, terrible loss.